Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to pre-market report sponsored by taxbuddy.com and finbingo.com. First, let us look at the global cues. US markets, as usual, it's unusual, very jittery. Yesterday morning around this time when I saw Dow futures, it was down 400 points. And yesterday evening when the market opened, the GDP data came, which came at 6.9%, which was a very high figure. So it's an excellent economic growth. Then Dow shot up nearly 600 points. So from minus 400 to plus 600, that's a 1000-point rally. Then today morning I woke up and I saw Dow was trading in negative territory. That means it went up 600 points and came down by 600 points. So that means from yesterday morning to today morning, it was a swing of nearly 1600 points. Yesterday the Tesla result seems not really very good. Some supply chain issues, and also anyway the high value stocks are falling nowadays. So Tesla has fallen 11%. So that was very bad. But today morning I woke up and I saw Apple shares are trading at 5% higher. That's because after the market hours, the results came. So the result seems to be very good. So highest revenue, highest profit and this and that. So Apple has shot up 5%. And Apple is just like Reliance in India, the highest index heavyweight in all three indices, Nasdaq, S&P 500 and Dow. So because of this, right now the US futures are higher. So it is a complete roller coaster ride. And so this is likely to continue for a few more days. And still we are not getting any positive news from Ukraine Russia standoff. But of course there is no negative news also. So crude oil is much higher and Indian rupee depreciated by nearly 1 rupee in the last few days. That's because FAs are just closing their eyes and selling. So in the beginning of January, and we thought last year the selling is over, but this year they will be doing a fresh allocation to different countries in the month of January. So, and I thought, the FIAs may not sell much. And in fact, that was the case in the first 2 weeks. First 2 weeks, in some trading sessions, they were actually buyers. So even on the days when they sell, it was not much. But towards the expiry, so they started selling more aggressively. And I always say, towards the end of the expiry, FIAs tend to sell more aggressively. And on expiry day, they even sell more aggressively. So tomorrow I will be coming out with a video explaining why they do this, why they sell aggravated selling closer to the expiry or on the day of expiry. So tomorrow you wait for the video. So Asian markets are mixed. Some markets are higher, some markets are lower. Hong Kong GDP data is coming, I think. So that's why that is very jittery. Or GDP data or interest data, I don't know. There's some news. I'm not very sure. So coming back to our market. So one good thing, domestic institutions are supporting the market. One bad thing, FIAs continue to sell aggressively. So can you imagine FIA selling more than 13,000 crore, which is nearly 2 billion on a back-to-back 2 trading sessions. So this is one of the highest ever sales. In fact, somebody told me one foreign investor appeared on a television channel, a business channel, and saying that, FIAs have sold already whatever they want to sell. So there is nothing much to sell. And when they say like that, then the next 2 days the selling comes nearly $2 billion. So that is why our markets is also, going for a roller coaster ride. And just look at the Bank Nifty. Day before yesterday, it fell so much, 600, 700 point. and then from the low point shot up 1300 point. Yesterday nearly 700 point gap down and went down by 700 point, and then from there shot up 1000 point. So markets are going all over the places, and it's going to be very, very difficult for people to trade in this market. And yesterday morning I saw Maruti was trading below 8,500, closing around it was 8,800. So such a wild swing, a few hundred points. So yesterday the Bank Nifty has hugely outperformed, and Bank Nifty was significantly higher, but while Nifty was down more than 100 points. Even the PSU Bank Index was fantastic, more than 5% higher. When was the last time you have seen PSU Bank Index shooting up 5% when the overall market is down? So, in fact, for the last many quarters, the PSU banks have been declaring good results, and I'm sure State Bank of India will also be coming out with good results. So, today, Kotak Bank, IndusInd Bank, today Kotak Bank, Dr. Reddy and L&T is coming out with results, and tomorrow IndusInd Bank coming out with results. So far the banking results like yesterday Canara Bank, RBL Bank, they all came out with good results. They were all significantly higher. And even Kotak Bank has recovered almost 70-80 rupees from yesterday's low to the yesterday's closing, expecting some good results. So Bank Nifty, which has been underperforming in the last few months, now seems that it will be outperforming. So if you are looking at the price action, and Nifty fell below 17,000 for the last 3 trading sessions, and every time when the Nifty fell below 17,000, the support came, domestic institutions came and supported the market, moved the market not only higher, significantly higher than 17,000 last 3 days. So the first day it shot up about 150 point once it broke 17,000. Second day it shot up 450 point from intraday low, and third day it was about 350 point from intraday low. So one thing is very clear, and if domestic institutions want to step in, want to support the market if the market falls below 17,000. So therefore we can say 17,000 is a good support for the short term. But however, it can fall below 17. So the moment it below 17, the domestic may not come. They may wait for another 100 to 200 point fall. So for the last 2 days, the low was 16,850. So you can say that's a very, very good support now. On the higher side, no need to talk. Right now, FIAs are in a selling mode. So we wait for the budget. So until the budget, markets may follow the global cues. Markets may consolidate with slightly positive bias or slightly negative bias, but not going to make any big move. Usually markets will make a big move after the budget. Now, what people are expecting, whether the history may repeat or may not repeat, but what has happened in the last January, in the last 2 weeks of January, the markets fell significantly, and exactly the same thing happened in this January also. Markets fell significantly in the last 2 weeks. And after the budget, markets shot up significantly. Nifty shot up more than 1,500 points after the budget last year. So who knows, this time also if the budget is good, budget is expected to be good. At least last year there was no pressure for the government, but this year the 5 state elections are there. The people are also suffering because of higher crude oil. After the election, definitely the petrol prices is bound to go up. So there is a reason for the government to come out with a good budget to please the people. But sometimes if they are too much pleasing the people, may go against the economy. So we have to wait and see how this budget is going to play out. But my gut feeling says that it's going to be a repeat of 2021. So before the budget, markets were oversold. Now also fell significantly, oversold, and budget was the event that turned around, and along with the global cues. Of course, the global cues will have to support. And because the Omicron case, whether the Ukraine case, whether it is bad corporate results, Fed jitter. So I think more or less all the global factors have already been factored into the prices. So going forward, I still feel that the worst is over, at least for the short term. So if global cues also support, if the budget is also good, and if FIAs at some point of time, they have to stop selling. I don't think that they can keep on selling for like $500 million, 1 billion almost on a day-to-day basis. So at somewhere the selling exhaustion may happen. So that time our market may turn around, and who knows, it can cross 18,000 easily in the month of February or at least in March. And probably the markets may want to wait to see the results of those 5 state elections. And also it's almost known that BJP is going to win most of the states. But only question is, with what margin they are going to win. So that will decide the thing. So right now markets will be in a consolidation mode. So between 16,850 and 17,300. And because that is the wide candle, I think day before yesterday. So we may have a lot of inside candles, and then after some time, after the event, either 17,300 will break on the higher side or 16,850 will break on the lower side. So that is the time to go long or short for short-term traders. So until then, you can sell some call options, some put options, you can do some small trades. So SGX Nifty is not showing any enthusiasm. It's showing about 50-60 points lower only. So let us see how the market open. And the most important thing we have to see how much more aggressively FIAs want to sell just ahead of the budget in order to give some signal to the finance minister. I still believe that there is something going on between FIAs and governments, and otherwise I don't see any reason for this much of aggressive selling by FIAs in the most prosperous economy in the world. The future is really very good. Half the world population are in China and India is a democratic country. So where else they can find some growth opportunity like India? Look at the Chinese stock market. And in the last 12-13 years, we have shot up 3 times. Even if you are taking the high of 2008, before the Lehman collapse, the high was 6,000. Now it is 18,000, so 3 times. But China market did not even go by 50%, forget about 3 times. So anyway, this is not the topic to talk in pre-market. So let us stop here. So hope you enjoyed watching the video. Thank you for watching.